I have not uploaded a video in 4 months. I am so sorry about that. Hello everybody, my name is Link703 and welcome to A Legend of Zelda, The Adventure of Link. This is part 2, basically, in our Zelda marathon, and we're about to get into the story of this game in just a moment, or at least part of it. After Ganon was destroyed, Impa told Link a sleeping spell was cast on Princess Zelda. She will only wake with the power of the third Triforce piece sealed in a palace in Hyrule. To break the seal, crystals must be placed in statues in 6 well-guarded palaces. Link set out on his most adventuresome quest yet. This game is well known and considered as a black sheep of the Zelda series for multiple reasons. And personally, I think the same way. I don't like some of the choices that they made in this game, and I really think that they could have done better with it. But my reasons are less so from the same reasons that other people have. I mean, some of them are, of course, different than others, but mine's comes from a childhood experience of mine. And without further ado, let's not read the story again. Let's just get into this. Now, I've already got a few save files here. We're going to use the first one because neither of these are actually been used. Right as we start off, we are in the palace where Zelda is sleeping. Already, you can see some differences between this game and Zelda 1. First and foremost, we have 3 stats at the top. An attack stat, a magic stat, and a life stat. As well as an experience bar right up there. Now, this is one of the... Sorry about that. This is one of the many problems that people have had with this game. It's got stats. It's got experience. It's not a Zelda game. Oh my god. I do not agree with... Now, I don't know the full reason why people dislike this. Personally, I don't have a problem with it. It's still a Zelda game to me, and in reasons I'll get into later. Mainly because of the stupid named enemies. But, not only that, but in later Zelda games, we also had a magic stat as well. And we already had a life bar. It didn't matter. Now this attack stat, of course, that's new. But, experience bar, it's not ruining it for me at all. Well, it ruins it for me a little bit. I will get into that later as well. But as you can see, when we press A, it has been turned into our jump button in these side-scrolling arts. And our B button is now locked to the attack. We have a side-scrolling movement, similar to Castlevania. And when we get to the overworld, it is bland as hell. This is one of my many complaints with the game. The overworld is bland, it's linear, and it's small. Compared to Zelda 1's overworld, this one sucks. Oh yeah, and it also has random encounters. Now, there are secrets in this game. Actually, I'm going to purposefully get into a random encounter just to show you things. Now, there are 3 icons that can appear when you encounter enemies. They will wander around until they bump into you, or they disappear on their own. The first of these icons, of course, is that of a fairy. A fairy will instantly heal you to full if you are injured. We are not, so that was completely a waste of an encounter. When you are on the roads, enemies will not encounter any enemies. Instead, it will just take you to the screen, wasting your time, basically. When we're on woods, forests, and such, we will encounter enemies. These slime creatures are called bits and bots. They each give 2 experience apiece. And as you can see there, the number next to our experience has gone up. The level up system in this game is a little bit weird in that you have to get to a certain amount of experience before you can... Oh! I don't know, I heard something? Anyway, you have to get to a certain amount of experience to level up a certain amount, or stat. Now, if I could get a level up here, I won't, but actually, hold on, I know exactly how I could show you this. If we go, there are secrets in this game, and it could be as little as this patch of forest. If we walk in there, we have another new enemy. These are not Keese, however, these are called Aches. Aches have 3 different variants. We will get into the other 2 later, but the first 2, the purple and the blue Ache, give 3 experience each. As you can see, that Ache dropped a magic potion. Magic potions have 2 different varieties. There's the blue potion, which only heals you for 1 square of magic, and the red potion, which gives you, I think, 6. But as you can see here, we also have a P bag, or an experience bag. And this one just so happens to have 50 experience. And this is where this is what I mean by the experience system in this game is wonky. You have the option at 50 experience to go up to level up your life. What that means is that you will take less damage. When you level up a stat, the life bar and the magic bar will fully heal no matter what. So it's very situational in that way, but you don't have to level up if you don't want to. You can go ahead and click cancel at any time, but me personally, I want more defense. We're going to level up the life stat. Now, we can save our experience for later. Say we wanted to go for magic first. We would save up to 100. Or if we wanted to level up our attack stat, making us do more damage, we would go up to 200. I personally don't feel like doing any of that. We do have to restart every time we level up. So, yeah, this game can be a little grindy at times, but it's not overly bad. These big monsters, if we go into this, in a desert, here we have a brand new enemy. These are called Geldarms. If we slash it at its base, its head will come down. Its head is its weak spot, and every time we defeat it, we will gain 5 experience points. I believe it goes up. These kinds of enemies will actually give more experience as the adventure goes on, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Go ahead and grind here for a little bit if you wanted to, but I don't feel like it's necessary at all. If we try to get one of the bigger monsters in, say, the forest area or the grasslands, let me show you something. Come on. Random encounter. I want to show this off. No. I don't want any of you. Come on. Give me a give me a big monster. Give me a gruff Mr. Man. There he is. Alright. So when we enter this battle scene, we have moblins. This is one of the most iconic enemies in Zelda history. But in this game, they do not give you experience for the orange variant. Instead, if you get hit by moblins in this game, you will actually lose 10 experience per hit. It's not a good deal for you. I'm just gonna say that right now. Here we have a new enemy. These are dealers. Dealers come in a red and a blue variety. And red dealers will give 3 experience every time you kill them. I believe they are also an enemy that increases in experience later on in the game. And the blue dealers, I believe, will give 3 as well. I believe they're the same amount of experience. Anyway, let me see if I can go ahead and find another one. There we go. This will do. Here, these are different kinds of orange moblin. These will not take away experience when they die. Instead, they will give you 10 experience per kill, making them very, very good to kill. But they are also very dangerous, because not only do you have these to worry about, but you also have the dealers to worry about as well. Now, when you die in this game, you have lives. instead of just going to the continue screen, you have lives in this game. Personally, I think that's a little bit... How to say this? I think that's a little bit fair, considering what this game goes for. However, when you get a game over, when you lose all of your lives, you have no choice but to restart at the first palace, Zelda's palace, and you also lose all your experience. So, when you're low on life, it's probably best to just stick on the path, because you will never run into an encounter, you will never run into a monster, as long as you are on the path. I kind of stood on the grass a little bit here, but that's okay. That's just bits and dots. They are easy to dispatch of. Here we got our first town off to the west. Welcome to Raru. All you Ocarina of Time fans are going to be looking at this and saying like, what? Anyway, here we have some people that we can talk to. These people that just walk on by, they won't tell you anything. They are completely useless. But people who are standing still or walking in front of their house will say some useful things. Return the crystal to the palace in Parappa. That's actually a useful hint that we will go off of later. What do you say? If all else fails, use fire. Sorry. Yeah, you find yourself pit against a bunch of dealers, just burn them. Okay. I don't know, that was kind of funny to me. Anyway, here we've got this lady who says, please let me help you. Come inside. Ooh, yeah, baby. I can restore your life. People have made jokes about what she does in there to restore your life. Some people say that she gives you a nice dinner. Other people are immature like me and think the worst things that you don't need to worry about. If you want to know about them, ask your parents, okay? Here we got another guy here. Only the hammer can destroy a roadblock. Some houses have people inside, have people that will not come out for whatever reason. Here we got a lady who is wandering in front of our house, just came out of the door. Talk with my father before you leave. Alright. I wonder where this is. I talked at her mid-jump and it looks like Link is staring at her boobs. Each town has a wise man learned from him. Link, you scandalous man! Anyway, we talked to this guy. In Parappa Desert, use this magic to survive. And he gave us the shield spell. When you use the shield spell, your tunic will gain a dark red hue. And also makes you... yeah. Your tunic will gain a dark red hue, and you will also take less damage from enemy attacks. This is a very useful spell, especially later in the game. You are going to be using that a lot. Let me just say that, because there are enemies in this game that will hit hard. They will hit hard. I am not going to lie. There is a very difficult part of the game that we will go into later. But anyway, let's talk to this lady. Get Candle in Parappa Palace. Go west. Alright. See, this is what I'm talking about with the linearity. You are completely blocked off from almost everything, and you have to stay on the main path. It annoys the crap out of me. I do not like this kind of game style. Other Zelda games can pull it off, but this game just did it wrong. I know, it's the first one that's like linear and stuff like that, but it's just, it feels so wrong. Especially for the time, too. Like, if you had just finished Zelda and then you got Zelda 2, you were gonna be like, oh man, I wonder what they're gonna do this time around, and then you just see that they went with the linear style, and you everything's a little blocked off. You really don't have much choice but to follow the main path. You're like, oh man, this sucks. Anyway, here we are in Parappa Desert. Now there is one thing that I would like to do before I end the video, and that is not get hit by fireballs. Thank you very much. We are going to head south of the palace and not get hit by fireballs. Thank you very much. Jeez. Here we have a little bit of a secret. No, we'll call it a trap. Here we have the screen here that will always be there no matter what. The main enemy in this area is called an air bubble. That's right. You get hit by bubbles of air. To be fair, there is an enemy in Ocarina of Time similar to that, but it's just stupid. How do you get hit by air? I mean, I guess it represents wind, but... Anyway, let's go in here, and we see some kind of Stonehenge area. But here, we have a new enemy. These things are called Gorias. We know those from the Zelda 1. They are the ones that gave us the boomerang and the magical boomerang. And I believe it was the first and the third dungeon, I want to say? Maybe the second? I don't know. Anyway, these have an orange, red, and blue variants. And the orange ones happen to give us, I believe, 10 experience per kill. So let's go ahead and beat this guy. We can block the boomerangs that he throws. It's 20 experience. All right. We are going to save that for later. And we are going to collect the first ever heart container in this game. There are only 4 heart containers and as well as 4 magic containers. Every time will restore your life to full. And also give you more things to work with, basically. Anyway, let's go back through this. And once we get out of here, I think this will be a good place to stop for now. So, in the next episode, we are going to be heading up to Parappa Palace and delivering the first crystal to the statue. See you all next time.